All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with some fight news out of Deep Jewels. So Deep Jewels, the Japanese all-women's mixed martial arts promotion, has announced the participants for its 2021 Atomweight Grand Prix. Now the first round is going to start at Deep Jewels number 32, which is going to go down on Sunday, March 7th at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. The matchups, however, have not been decided. They are going to be drawn at a later date. So the participants for the Grand Prix are going to be Otaha Nagao, Shiyu Park, Hikaru Aono, Sakura Mori, Aya Murakami, Emi Tomimatsu, Saori Oshima, and Mizuki Oshiro. So let's go over and talk about each one of these fighters individually. First up, Otaha Nagao. She's one of the teenagers in Deep Jewel. She's 17 years old. She has a 4-3 record. Her last win is a unanimous decision win over Mika Sakamoto at Deep Jewels 31 on December 19th. And she is a member of the famed Abe Ani Combat Club, AACC, which is like the go-to team for women fighters in Japan right now. The second participant is going to be Shiyu Park. Park is 29 years old. She has a record of 4-2. She is riding 2 straight wins coming into this tournament. Her last win being a unanimous decision over Saori Oshima at Deep Jewels 31 on December 19th. Now she is the only non-Japanese fighter in the tournament. She trains with Team Mad out of Busan, South Korea, and she is the training partner to current #1 atomweight Sahi Ham. The third participant is going to be Hikaru Aono. Aono is 27 years old. She has a 6-4 record. Now, her last fight, she suffered a third-round submission loss to Tomo Maesawa in an atomweight title fight where she challenged for the title at Deep Jewels 30 on October 31st. Aono is best described as like a pure wrestler. She comes out in a fight, the first thing she's looking to do is go for the takedown and work her wrestling. She's somewhat one-dimensional in that sense. Fourth participant is Sakura Mori. She is 17 years old. She's another one of Deep Jewel's teenagers. She has a record of 3-1 with 1 no contest. Now, she last fought at Rizin 26 on New Year's Eve, where she fought to a no contest against Ero Takebayashi. Really, it was a rear naked choke win. She choked out Takebayashi. Takebayashi tapped out. But because she had missed weight at the time, it was deemed a no contest. Now this, getting down to atomweight, I think could be a bit of a challenge for Mori because she's mostly been fighting at, I believe, super atomweight lately at 108 and above. But being that this is in March and her last fight was like on a week notice, should be enough time for her to get her weight cut down. Participant number 5 is going to be Aya Murakami. Murakami is 28 years old. She is the least experienced fighter in this tournament with a record of only 1-0. Her last fight was her debut, where she scored a win over Mareri Suda at Deep Jewels 30 on October 31st. Now that was a late notice fight for Murakami, I think a week or less to make her pro debut. One thing, she is well known for, she is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I believe she is a member of Team, what is called, Team Carpe Diem, which is like one of the, probably the best BJJ competition team in Japan. So she is going to be a submission threat no matter who she faces, even with her lack of experience in MMA. Number 6 is going to be Emi Tomimatsu. Emi Tomimatsu is the oldest fighter in this tournament, 38 years old. She has a record of 15-7. Now, Tomimatsu has fallen on some hard times recently. She's currently on a 3-fight losing streak, with her most recent fight being a unanimous decision loss to Reina at Rizin 24 on September 27th. You know, for Tomimatsu, she was like a former interim atomweight champ in Deep Jewels, and I believe she was the former strawweight champion, which she won on a technicality. So for Tomimatsu, being on a 3-fight losing streak multiple-time title challenger as well at Atomweight. This is her last shot at glory. Now, you can't underestimate her because she is a crafty veteran, and that experience is going to carry her far, or it could carry her far in this tournament. So don't underestimate her based on her record and the losing streak. She could still be a danger to some of these fighters. Number 7 participant is Saori Oshima. Oshima is 26 years old. She has a record of 3-2. Now, she is currently coming off of a unanimous decision loss to Shiyu Park at Deep Jules 31 on December 19th. She is the current Deep Microweight champion. So she is the 97-pound champion at Deep Jules' parent company, Deep MMA. Oshima, she's relatively inexperienced herself and was campaigning for a little bit at microweight. I thought she'd return to microweight, but it looks like she wants to take part and go for a second championship here. Inexperienced, but still a threat to some decent fighters on this tournament. And then last but not least is going to be Mizuki Oshiro. Oshiro is 25 years old and she carries a record of 2-2. Her last fight was a submission loss to Saori Oshima for the Deep Microweight title at Deep 97th Impact back on September 20th. She is most noteworthy for having a win over Satoko Shinashi in, I believe, her 3rd professional fight. Shinashi has close to 40 fights, I believe, and has only lost to the number of times that Shinashi has lost, you can count them on one hand. And Oshiro is one of those. So she is not to be taken lightly, just based on her record and the fact that she has mostly fought at microweight. She is not to be underestimated. So there you have it, the participants for the Deep Jules Atomweight tournament, which, like I said, goes down Sunday, March 7th. Should be online via online pay-per-view, purchasable through Deep Jules' website, closer to the event time. I think it's an interesting lineup. A lot of these fighters have faced each other before. Some have losses, some have wins and losses against other fighters in this tournament. So depending on the lineup and how the draw goes, we could get some really interesting matchups. And then once the first round is over, we get into the, I believe, semifinals. This could make for a really interesting Atomweight Grand Prix. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the lineup in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Now, before I go, Deep Jules has announced the rest of the lineup for Deep Jules 32. I will be doing that in a follow-up video, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, while you're at it, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.